guys, welcome back to my channel.
When I found out I'd fallen for you.
So I'm recording this literally at the last minute. It's Thursday and I kind of need to post this tomorrow. So with that being said, we're gonna do a little get ready with me while I tell you guys the crazy story on how I almost died. Yup, I almost died, man. It's a crazy story. So basically, I was having some really bad stomach pains for like months. I was super duper casual about it and just basically not concerned at all. My stomach was hurting really badly and I was like, oh, this is just normal bloating. I was basically being super stubborn about it and I didn't want to go to the doctor to see what was wrong with me. So that was going on for like months and I was like, all right, whatever, this is the norm now, right? But then randomly, I was at rehearsal for A Christmas Carol and I went up to my friend who was in the cast. I was like, oh my God, my stomach hurts. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, maybe it'll get better. And I was like, yeah, maybe. You know, I was super casual about it too. It wasn't like, oh, my stomach. It was just so casual and like, I didn't think much of it at the time. Yeah, I like ran through the musical like all normally and stuff like that and everything was okay until we got to the singing portion of rehearsal. My stomach starts burning. It felt like it was gonna explode and I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't even like sit comfortably. I was like leaning back and I was like, oh my God, I can't let these people know that I'm dying. I just kind of like bear with it and not mention it at all because I'm stupid and stubborn. Usually when I dance, it's a lot of cardio, so I'm usually just like used to it already, but this time was different because I could hardly breathe while dancing. I would do like one move and I'd be like out of breath basically. I'm finally out of rehearsals. So basically I get in the car and I call my mom. She's like, you should go to the doctor and check that out, Anissa. And I'm here like, oh no, I think I just ate something bad. I just need to go home, you know? And she's like, make sure that if it hurts any worse, go see a doctor. And I'm like, okay, yeah, mom, I'll go see a doctor. I wasn't gonna go see a doctor. But basically, I finally made my way home and then I get out of the car and I almost fall over because it hurt so badly and I couldn't stand up straight and I couldn't breathe and everything was just really bad. I felt like my organs were shifting and expanding and I'm like, oh, I just need antacids and a freaking heating pad. No. Ugh. It's like, do you need to go to the hospital? Because you look really bad. And I'm like, no, don't worry about it. I'm fine. I'll be better in the morning. Little did I know what was about to happen. So about like 5 minutes after I take the antacid, I literally start screaming and he's like, oh my God, we're going to the hospital right now. I don't care what you say. So he takes me and he puts me in the car and he drives me all the way to the hospital and I lean the passenger seat back because I felt like I was literally about to give birth to Satan. I think this whole experience was like the worst pain I've been through in my life. So we finally get to the hospital and it was like one of those emergency things where they had to get me in a room ASAP because I was literally just a mess. So they rushed me back and I'm like, oh, finally I'm in a hospital bed. Little did I know it was gonna get worse. They run all these tests on me. I'm crying at this point because it hurts so badly and my dad is by the bed. He's trying to tell me all these jokes to get me to calm down because I guess that's the way he like deals with it. As you can imagine, it was really hard to laugh. It was just so scary. My mom was in the corner. She's like, what do I do? My fiance was there, my brother was there. So they laid me back on the hospital bed and they gave me morphine to ease the pain that I was going through. Let me tell you, that was the worst feeling ever. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're given morphine, it's supposed to make your head feel super heavy and basically it's gonna make you numb to that pain. Little did I know that that wasn't the case for me. The morphine nailed me on the bed. I felt like I weighed 10,000 pounds while my stomach was exploding. It felt like it was expanding while I was stuck to a bed because I couldn't move after the morphine. It was crazy scary. The girl comes in like 30 minutes later and takes me to the final room, and by the time she gets there, the morphine's already worn out. I sit up and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta throw up She throws a bucket on me. But I threw up all the food that I had earlier that day. I'm feeling a little bit better after I throw up. And then they put me back in the room after the final test. And the doctor comes in about another 30 to 35 minutes later, and she sits us down and she says, well, we finally found out what was happening and what is wrong. You have appendicitis, and we're gonna need to remove your appendix as soon as possible. When you have appendicitis, it is very possible that your appendix would completely explode, and when it explodes, that's it, you're gone. So I was scared, my dad was sad, my mom was sad, my brother was sad, everybody was just sad, and I was sad, and we're like, what do we do? And they're like, we're gonna call an emergency surgeon down, and he's gonna need to remove your appendix. And she's like, we might have to do a full surgery and basically cut my stomach like completely in half, because my appendix was really, really big at the time, and they couldn't do the laparoscopic procedure if it was just too big, because it would be really risky and really dangerous. So they left us in the room alone to process while they called down the emergency surgeon. So basically a long time later, the emergency surgeon gets there, and he's like, you are so lucky that you didn't sleep through this. He's like, what did you do when you felt this pain the first time? And I was just like, oh, I just put a heating pad on it and took some antacids. And they looked at me like, are you dumb? That's like the worst thing you could possibly do, because that is what makes your stomach swell up. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. If you slept through this, you would have lost your life. And that's what freaked me out the most. Wow, I'm so stubborn. I could have lost my life just because of how stubborn I was. The surgeon was all like, you're also lucky because we won't have to cut through you completely now. Your swelling did go down quite a bit, and now we're able to do the laparoscopic procedure. And that's where they just poke 3 holes in you. Oh my God. They sat me in a room, and they're like, all right, we're gonna have to put you asleep. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they're like, we're gonna have you count down backwards from 5 for us. And I'm like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. I didn't remember anything after that. I just remember waking up. I was just like super sleepy. They gave me ice chips. It's literally what it sounds like. It's ice chips that they just throw in your mouth, and it just melts away. I fell asleep right after I ate the first ice chip, and then they put me in the bed. So they told me that I could stay in the hospital for a few days if I wanted to heal there, or if I felt brave enough, I could heal on my own at home. And I didn't want to spend the extra money, so I'm like, I'm gonna go home. And she's like, okay, so make sure to take it easy, make sure not to push yourself too hard, because you're healing and you could disrupt the healing process. Do I ever listen? So I go to the rehearsal, and my body's still like kind of taped together. For my dancer friends, I do a half toe rise arch back, and I just feel like that medical glue it's completely ripped in half, and I'm like, ah! They're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit out now, okay? And they're like, good, why weren't you doing that to begin with? And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm pretty dumb. It didn't take too long to heal. I did end up calling off of a few other rehearsals just to take it easy on my body. And really, this experience taught me so much. Alright, I'm gonna put on this lipstick real quick. It's actually like my favorite. It's actually from Victoria's Secret. Who knew they would have good lipstick? Yeah, guys, this lipstick, didn't I tell you? Look at it! So I'm gonna quickly do my hair because I completely forgot about that. Snitch, snitch, snitch. The edge is queen. Yeah. So let's close this video. So guys, anyway, what I learned from this experience is not to be so stubborn, and when something hurts, definitely go to the doctor. This experience has basically taught me that life is way too short to waste it on stupid crap, man. It taught me to live my best life every day and not to let people's opinions of me really matter too much. I don't want to waste it on stupid crap. If I want to do something, if I want to travel the world, if I want to go somewhere, I'm gonna do it, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. Don't waste your life working a job that you're not happy with. Say you're 40 years old and you spent your life working yourself up this ladder at an insurance company or a firm or something like that, and then you decide one day, this is not what I wanted to do with my life. I want to try photography. Why don't you just drop that whole thing and pursue photography? Your life is way too short to waste it on what ifs, or maybe I should be comfortable here and just kind of settle for it. Never settle for anything less than you are. Live your life to the fullest every single day, and that's what I live by after this experience. From that moment to now, my life has changed so much. I'm an artist and I want to pursue my art. I want to make videos. I want to live my life. I want to be happy. And that's another reason why I started this channel to begin with. This is my first step to happiness, and this channel makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel like I have a good story to tell. It makes me feel like I can rant to you guys. I can talk to you guys about anything. I could talk to anybody about anything. This is kind of a healing thing for myself. Yeah, but anyway, guys, you want to check out my cool scars? So this is where they put the camera. This is where they put the knife or scissors, medical scissors. And then this area right here is where they put the pouch to collect the appendix. Yeah, they're crazy scars, guys. Thank you for getting ready with me, and thank you for watching this video and hearing my story if you stuck around to the very end. I know it was kind of long and I ramble a lot, but thank you for listening to my story, and I hope it inspires you guys. I hope you take something away from it and you live your life to the fullest no matter what people say. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. So with that being said, peace out!